Hello, this is Essie, the homeless woman, and my cell phone isn't working right now. I think it's the cell phone company is down, so I can't text, I can't call nobody, I can't watch a video. So I'm gonna go, when I finish combing my hair and stuff, I'm gonna go to the cell phone company and see what's going on. But I decided to make a video because I was talking to a friend of mine's, and you know, I know a lot of people probably deal with this, but I want to talk about jealousy and jealous friends, so-called friends. I learned a lot about jealousy. That's one thing that I had dealt with all my life, is jealous people. I had jealous people in my family, and anyone could be jealous of you, even your own mother. I was watching a short of Tina Turner, and Tina Turner was talking about her mother, and it was obvious that Tina Turner's mother was jealous of her. So even your own mother can be jealous of you. Your sister can be jealous of you. And if those people that are so close can be jealous of you, definitely your so-called friends can be jealous of you. And sometimes you might wonder, like, what is they jealous of? You know, I have nothing for them to be jealous of, because you're looking at what they have and they looking at what you have. And so you thinking, oh, they have this, they have that, you know, and you don't see any reason for them to be jealous of you. But people can definitely be jealous of how kind-hearted you are. Being a kind-hearted person, being a person of good character, everyone don't have that. Some people are just bitter. They jealous-hearted of other people. They don't have a kind heart. They don't have a good character. And when you have a kind heart, when you have a good character, you attract people to you. People like you. And so people don't like bitter people. People don't like people that don't have a kind heart, ain't got nothing good to say, loud, ghetto, obnoxious. People don't like people like that. They like people that are good people, know how to act in public. You know, they like people like that. And you have a good energy coming off of you. So you attract people to you. And so those people with the bad attitude cannot be that way, even if they tried all they could, you know. That's something that, if you don't have that, that's something that you have to pray for. The Heavenly Father has to work on that in you to become a person with good character. But I have learned that since I've been homeless, I have had people to be jealous of me. It blew my mind when I realized there was people jealous of me. And it was before I got the van. It was when I wasn't working. It was because people liked me. And I did not know that I was a likable person. When I was sitting in Starbucks, people would just... Okay, customers would come into Starbucks, right? And they would come in and they would sit down and we would talk. And people liked me. They just liked me. And so then when they would come into Starbucks, they would ask the employee, before they even come to me, what do Essie drink? And okay, and they would buy that, and then they would bring it to me without me even knowing. And so it would make some of the Starbucks employees angry. There was definitely one that was so jealous, because people like me, and she wanted that for herself. So she took me out to dinner. I shared this story before. She asked me, did I want to go out to eat? And she took me out to dinner. Being that I was homeless, being that I didn't get a hot meal all the time, she took me out to dinner. She got all into my business, my personal life, my spiritual life, and she went back and she smeared me to people. And so I was homeless. I wasn't working. I just had my one Toyota Camry I was living out of. I was crocheting, and I was selling my crochet in Starbucks. And this is what this woman did to me. I also had another woman. Okay, so this family, I like this family. And this family would invite me over for Thanksgiving and Christmas to their house. Now, this other woman came from New York City. Her and her husband, they came here to live. And they came in to know us after, you know. It was a group of us that was friends. We all met in Starbucks. And so this one family, they were Indian. They are Indian and Italian. The wife is Italian. The husband is Indian. And so that family would invite me over to their house for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So this New York couple came to here, California, came to this Starbucks. We all met up. You know, they became friends into the group. So when she found out that that family was inviting me over for Thanksgiving again, I saw the jealousy in her face. They didn't invite her. I saw the jealousy in her face, and I knew that she was going to do something to smear me. And of course she did. I don't even want to go all into it, but she did something to smear me. And that family, okay, I went to their house for that Thanksgiving. They did not invite me over for Christmas when it came up. And I knew that, you know, it bothered me because I'm like, okay, at the time I wasn't talking to my family. So my family was not in the picture. And I didn't have nobody. And so this family, I got close to this family. And I saw this family as my family. I really did. And then for someone to come from New York to here and see that and get jealous, knowing that I didn't have my family around, and then try to smear me to this family and to our group of friends, and to try to for her to get closer to the family and push me out of the way. I said, you have to be an evil-hearted person to do something like that. But she was jealous. And so I did have to deal with jealousy. And it was because people liked me. It was not because of money or material things, obviously. But it was because of a good character. Because I had, and like I said, I didn't even know this about myself, because I always stayed to myself and I always had one friend. I wasn't a person that had a lot of friends. So I always had one friend. When I became homeless, I always felt like I lived in a bubble. And when I became homeless, I was pushed out of that bubble into the public, onto the streets and whatever. And when I was pushed out, that's when I realized that I was a likable person. And that caused people to get jealous. So people can be jealous of you for absolutely any reason. It does not always have to be money and material things. People can get jealous of you because you're a woman and you have a nice shape. You're shaped real nice. And they're not. They could get jealous of you because you have beautiful hair. And they don't. They could get jealous of you because you're single with no kids. So to them, okay, they might have kids. They might be single with kids. Or they might be married with kids. And those are big responsibilities. It's big responsibilities. And then they looking at you and you're single with no kids. And to them, you're a free woman. You can do whatever you want. You can spend your money on whatever you want. You don't have to answer to no one. That's what they're looking at in their head. And they want your life. But you're looking at them and you be like, well, I'm doing everything by myself, but they got a husband to help them. They got 2 incomes. They got more. They got a house. They got this. They got that because of the 2 incomes. But you really don't know what is going on in that household. See, you on the outside looking in, and you really don't know what's going on in that house. That woman could not be happy She could be putting on a front. She's putting on a face in front of her friends in the public, appearing that she's happy when she really not. She could be miserable in her marriage. She could be tired of taking care of the kids and the husband too. She could be exhausted. I know that a lot of married women with kids are exhausted. I'm being single with no husband, and no kids. I be like, dang, if I had kids and a husband, because I be tired right now with no kids and a husband, no husband. I be tired now. I be like, dang, how would I do it? You know what I'm saying? So for a woman with no kids and a husband, and I done had a lot of women tell me, stay like that, you know, oh, you smart, you know, say comments like that. And so a lot of married women with kids are jealous of single women with no kids. They are. I'm not saying they all are, but some of them are. So, you know, I have, when I would tell because like I always dealt with jealousy with women, and sometimes I would tell my mother, oh, she's just jealous. What's she jealous of? My mother, she is something else. What's she jealous of? Like, oh, do I have to tell you everything that she's single? She on welfare? She got 2 or 3 kids? Like, do I have to say all this? I don't have no kids. I work. Well, this was before I became homeless, I was telling her. And I'm like, you see the person the woman standing there looking at you. This is when I was living in my apartment. I used to have women, that's why I really don't like living in low income apartments, because they wouldn't work, they're on welfare, they got kids, we're seeing different men, and then they see me get up and go to work every morning, every day, come in, no kids, no man, you know, and they looking at me and they looking like, who knows what's going on in their head. I have always had issues with women and stuff. And then you got some women, they married, but their husband is looking at you. And the wife sees it. And instead of being mad at her husband, she mad at you. I have had to deal with that. I have had to deal with husbands looking at me, and then the wife sees it and get angry and feel some type of way towards me, when I don't even have no feeling at all about her husband, don't want to be with her husband, not attracted to her husband, but she got some type of feeling towards me because her husband is looking at me or talking too much to me. So yeah, it's not always about materialistic things. It's not always about money. When I think about that, remember that girl that went to Mexico with the so-called friends, and they wind up taking her life, beating her up, and taking her life and left her there? They were jealous of that girl. I have saw so many documentaries where people were jealous of, females were jealous of a particular girl, and they took her off somewhere and took her life. All out of jealousy. All out of jealousy. I would not go nowhere with women that I know is jealous of me. If you haven't done anything to a group of females, but you getting a type of energy back from them that is not right, that's all it could be, is jealousy. When you know you haven't done anything to them, but be good to them, wish them well, do nice things for them, and they treating you a certain way, don't go nowhere with them. I done seen it so many times where a person goes somewhere with someone that's jealous of them, and they do not come back alive. So I know it's a lot of people that's going through this, you know. I'd be like, even with my mother and other women, I'd be like, why are you still friends with this person? I cut people off like that. I do. I always been the type, I cut people off. If I think, if you causing me headache and you causing me stress, if I think you're jealous of me, I don't want you around me. And I know sometimes that we probably could be a little jealous of certain things, you know. That's normal. But I'm talking about like just oozing jealousy. You know what I'm saying? I have had good discernment about people. And I think that's what's lacking from some people, is that discernment, you know. But that's where you have to pray too, that people can be revealed to you. And sometimes I do pray that, reveal this person to me. Do they have good intentions for me? Because the Heavenly Father knows everybody's heart, and He can reveal that person's heart to you. So I just wanted to make a video about this, because I have a friend that's wondering, you know, why are these people treating me this way? But she don't believe that they're jealous of her. But I know that they're jealous of her. This is something I had to deal with all my life, jealousy. So I know that they're jealous of her. And so I'm sure that there's other women out there that's going through the same things. And you're thinking, well, this person has this and they have that, and they don't have nothing to be jealous of with me. But that's not true. I'm telling you, if I could be homeless with no money and no materialistic things and still have women to be jealous of me, women could be jealous of anything. And even men could be jealous. But you know, it's mostly you would deal with women. But it was something else I wanted to say, and I can't remember what it was, and I know I'm going to remember after I make this video. Anyway, I guess it have to come to me later on, and I'll make another video about it. But it wasn't long. So, but anyway, that's all I have to say about this jealousy thing. And I will upload this video when my cell phone starts back acting right. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in another video. Have a good day.